We are talking about the 4 most common mortgage mistakes that home buyers make. Are you ready? Let's go! Hi, thanks for tuning in. My name is Dean Ueda and I'm a real estate investor and realtor in Honolulu, Hawaii. Let's face it, looking at homes for sale is a lot more fun than sitting down with a lender to find out how much you can spend on a home. Unfortunately, the latter is the very first step you should take, and sadly, not doing so is the biggest mortgage mistake home buyers make. Secondary to that is the assumption that once someone is approved for a mortgage, nothing else can go wrong. Loan approval isn't a loan guarantee. The pre-approval is conditional on a number of factors and it can be revoked at any time during the process, including just before closing. Do yourself a favor and avoid some of the more common mistakes home buyers make when it comes to getting a loan for a home. Mistake number 1, not checking their credit reports. Did you know that nearly 34% of Americans' credit reports contain errors? According to the experts at consumerreports.org, these errors often result in a lower credit score and the denial of credit. Mortgage experts recommend that homebuyers check their credit reports before visiting a lender for loan pre-approval. Find a list of the most common errors on credit reports at consumerfinance.gov. Get a free copy of your credit reports once a year at annualcreditreports.com. This is the only source that is authorized and recommended by the US government to provide free credit reports with no strings attached. Dispute any issues on your report before applying for a mortgage. Mistake number 2, not being honest on the mortgage application. Prior to the Great Recession, lenders were busily providing what have become to be known as liar loans. These were mortgage loans to people who couldn't afford them and were obtained by means of a no-document process, meaning the applicant didn't have to prove his or her income or verify assets. Those days are over, and obtaining credit is nowhere near as easy as it once was. Although you may be tempted to stretch the truth on your application to ensure you get the loan, don't give in to the temptation. More than half of the mortgage fraud cases that the FBI deals with are those with lies on the mortgage application, according to an FBI special agent at FBI.gov. There is no such thing as a little white lie on a mortgage application. Mortgage fraud penalties, by the way, can be as high as 30 years in prison and $1 million fine, according to Kirk Haverkamp at Credit.com. Lenders verify everything on the application. Mistake number 3, taking a new job before the close of escrow. One of the first things the lender will look at is your employment history, looking for a minimum of 2 years with your employer or in your current line of work. While switching employers during the loan application process may not derail the loan, it will most likely delay the process while the new employment and salary are verified. In these current times, sometimes job changes can't be helped. If you can control it, don't do it. Mistake number 4, making major purchases on credit during the escrow period. When you finally get an offer accepted on a home, it's normal to think about shopping for furniture and appliances. Don't do it. Lenders typically pull a borrower's credit history one last time just before closing to ensure that the financial picture hasn't changed. The new debt will raise your debt-to-income ratio and you may no longer qualify for the loan. Put the credit cards away and save the shopping for after the loan closes. The mortgage process isn't nearly as fun as house hunting, but it's the most important step in the process. Don't make any major financial or life changes between applying for the loan and closing escrow, and you should have no problems. Thanks for watching, and in the words of the great Albert Einstein, whoever is careless with the truth in small matters cannot be trusted with important matters. I'll see you next week.